What's up, everybody? This is Domingo Hero Network, and today's video I'm going to show you all my PlayStation 4 game collection as of January of 2024. So let's get this started. So here we go. So I'm going to show you the PS4 games that I currently got. I only got a total of 12 games, 12 PlayStation 4 games, so I'm going to show you all right here, right now. So without further ado, let's get this started. So here we go. So the first game I want to show you, let's show some wrestling games. I got two of them. So the first one we got is WWE 2K18. Decent game overall. I thought WWE 2K18 is decent, you know. I do love the roster because you know how big it was, especially with, you know, the men and the women as well. There were some improvements on the women's roster because they added more female wrestlers in the game, which I thought that's cool. Because I know in the past games, you know, there's like so many good games, you know, like the SVR series, you know, like especially SVR 6, how good they are, and even the early WWE 2K games, you know, like 12 and 13, you know, 2K14, all that stuff. In those games, you know, most of those games were good. The problem is that the women's roster was so short, somewhere between like 7 women or 8 women, you know, stuff like that. And I feel like why only 7 or 8? You could have added more females in wrestling in the game. You know what I mean? I mean, we all know how good the men's roster is because they added a lot of good male wrestlers in the game. But I'm glad they improved more with the female wrestlers as well, because I know a lot of people have been talking about that, you know. So there's some good improvements there. And the roster, you know, speaking about that, you know, you got rosters like, you know, Seth Rollins, who's in the cover of this game, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, John Cena, you know, and then you got legends like Goldberg, Eddie Guerrero, Rikishi, you know, the Big Boss Man, Albert, you know, Bam Big Love, Invader, you know, the model Rick Martel, the Von Erichs. You got Kerry Von Erich, Kevin Von Erich, you know, etc., etc. And of course, the female roster I mentioned, you know, you got Naomi, you got Natalia, you got Sasha Banks, you got Charlotte, you got Becky Lynch, you know, even legends like Lita, Trish Stratus, Alundra Blades, Ivory, Jacqueline, you know. So it's a pretty decent roster overall. There are some things I like, some things I don't like, you know, but overall I thought this game was decent. Another thing I like about this game is that they actually make the whole unlockables a lot easier. You know, like the purchable stuff. Of course, you got to get like points by doing some wrestling matches and get like the, you know, this game was first introduced the whole 5-star match and stuff like that. I kind of like the idea of the purchase, you know, getting the points. I'm sorry, I butchered, but yeah, you know, playing the matches, get all the points, and once you have enough points, you can unlock the characters. You know, well, the wrestlers, you know, the arenas, and the championship. I feel like that's a lot easier. Yeah, it's going to take a while to unlock them, but I do like it, though, still, because it's a lot, because they made it so easier to unlock everything. You know, the superstars, the arenas, the championship belts. I thought that was actually pretty cool as well. There are some bad things about this one, too. Like, for example, there's one part where if your opponent's laying on the table, right, you climb up the ladder, and you cannot jump off the ladder while your opponent's on the table. You could jump off the ladder when your opponent's like standing up or laying down on the ground, but you can't do that while your opponent's on the tail, which is stupid. You know, I thought that was dumb. My career mode, we all know how bad that is. You know, let's just be honest here. But yeah, other than that, I thought this was a decent game overall. WWE 2K18. I actually enjoyed playing this game because it's a very good playable game. Way better than the Nintendo Switch version of WWE 2K18. So yeah, fuck WWE 2K18 on Nintendo Switch, by the way. But WWE 2K18 on the PS4, even on the Xbox One and PC, they're really good because they are playable. You notice this is it says Deluxe Edition. However, the DLC code for this game was expired. It's been expired since like 2018. So unfortunately, I don't got the DLC for 2K18. Too late, you know. So it sucks, you know. I really wish they would never done the codes. I feel like they should have added the DLC into the disc. That would have made things a lot easier, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, WWE 2K18, you know, pretty decent game overall. Alright, another decent game, good one as well. We got WWE 2K23. So decent game as well, a little bit better than WWE 2K22, but 2K23 is actually a pretty decent game overall. It's actually pretty good, you know. It's actually a really good game as well. Of course, you know, John Cena's on the cover, and speaking of John Cena, his 2K showcase and stuff, which it's not that good because, you know, all the stuff you got to do is kind of hard. There are some parts of the 2K showcase for John Cena was very hard. and a lot of people having trouble with. That's why the 2K showcase was not that good. I think that's the same thing happened when 2K22 with Rey Mysterio, and a lot of people didn't like Rey Mysterio's 2K showcase in 2K22. It's because of it's similar to like what's going on in 2K20 with John Cena's 2K showcase, and I feel like that was the downfall of the 2K Showcase game. Because I remember when 2K Showcase first came out, it was actually pretty good, but they kind of went downhill when 2K22 first came out, and then it happened again in 2K23. However, this game is still pretty good. Very good playable game. Big roster, with all the males and females and stuff. From John Cena, you even got legends, including legends like Goldberg, Eddie Guerrero, the NWO of Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, X-Pac, etc. There's you got Finn Balor, you got Damian Priest, you got and not to mention the women's roster from Rhea Ripley, the Charlotte Flair, the Becky Lynch, Bayley, Dakota Kai, Io Sky. You even got legends like Lita, and of course even legends like Kurt Angle. Of course, I know in 2K22 Kurt Angle and Lita were not in 2K22, but in 2K23 they are in the game as well, and also other legends like Umaga, Yokozuna in the game, etc. as well. They also got the My Rise mode, which is actually pretty good. The My GMO, even though it has some little issues, there were some improvements, so it's actually better than the My GMO from 2K22. My Faction, a little bit of improvements, but not by that much. I thought it was okay. Not that great, but I think My Rise is actually pretty good. I actually like the My Rise mode. And of course, we gotta talk about the DLC, Of course, you got DLC, like Bad Bunny as a DLC. You also got, the season pass of the DLC, like Eve Torres, Wade Barrett, Bray Wyatt, Uncle Howdy and stuff like that. I thought that's actually pretty cool, and of course we still got the DLC up, so I gotta see if I can quickly buy some more PlayStation gift card and get those DLC, at least the wrestlers though, in 2K23, because for those of you who may not know, it was a few weeks ago on January 3rd of this month, WWE 2K22's DLC and the servers were shut down, unfortunately. So yeah, so I gotta try to get the DLCs quickly before they get shut down in the future. So it should not be a problem. I'll see if I get like the bundle set that comes with all the season pass in the game. So yeah. All right, so now we're gonna move on to the fighting games. First one we got is Street Fighter V Champions Edition. Street Fighter V Champion Edition is really good. I actually love this game. It's a really good fighting game. Definitely recommend getting the Champion Edition because that's when it comes with the other DLCs. You even got DLCs like Gil, for example, who's in the cover. It's pretty cool because there's the past DLCs that actually included into this game. The only problem is that it comes with a code. I wish they would have never done the code. I think it's better to put all the DLC into the disc instead of doing like codes, because let's be honest, it kind of sucks because it shows like an expired date, although the expired date is going to last a little longer until 2030. So yeah, the code for Street Fighter V. So yeah, but overall, I definitely recommend the Champion Edition because you can get almost every DLC. The only DLCs that you need to buy that are not in this edition is the Season 5 Pass. That's the one that comes with like 5 DLC characters and 2 stations and other stuff. And then there's also another one where I think the Capcom Tour, that's the one that comes with 7 stages. So you got to get those separate because remember, this came out in 2020, and then 1 year later in 2021, that's when the Season 5 Pass come out, and I think the tour one as well. So once you get those DLCs, you're good to go. Those are the only DLCs you got to get that are not in the code. However, this game is really good. I actually enjoy playing Street Fighter V Champions Edition. Alright, now we're going to move on to another fighting game. We got Mortal Kombat XL. This is Mortal Kombat 10, by the way, but this is Mortal Kombat XL because if you get the Mortal Kombat XL, you will get all the DLCs that are included in this one, including DLC characters like Leatherface and Jason. So that's actually pretty cool as well. I definitely recommend getting XL because it comes with all of the DLC. And the best thing about this one, all the DLCs are in the disc. And that is something very good. That's what I love. I feel, and I got to give a shout out to Nutty Round Studios. They came up with the idea to include all the DLCs in a disc, and it's a lot easier and a lot better. You don't have to worry about codes and stuff like that, so it's pretty good. Mortal Kombat XL is actually pretty good. Love the roster though, with Johnny Cage, Melina, Katana, Kenshi, and Cassie Cage, Jaxie Briggs and Jack and Sonya Blade and and etc. And of course, even DLC characters that are included in the game, like I mentioned, Jason, Letterface, Alien, and etc. It's a really good roster. Not the story mode was okay. Oh, the towers, hey, the classic towers is awesome. It's always a lot of fun. I love the classic tower. Story mode was decent over, okay. It was alright. But yeah, Mortal Kombat X are a really fun game to play. And of course, the fatalities and all that as well. Alright, speaking of Mortal, we got another Mortal Kombat game. We got Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, definitely recommend getting the Ultimate version, because this is the one that includes all the DLCs. That's right, all the DLCs that are included in a disc. Now, there's only 2 discs, but because one of the discs you have to install the DLC first, and then after that, then you gotta play the main game. But it's not that bad at all, because I think that's a lot easier. But this, even though there's only 2 discs, because you have to install the data disc first before you play the main game. But it's still pretty good though, because like I said before, all the DLCs are in the disc. You don't have to worry about codes and all that stuff, which is a lot better. So, and let me tell you, Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate is actually pretty fun. Big roster, and of course the characters who are DLCs are included in this game. With Melina and Rain. And of course you got guest characters like the Terminator, you got Rambo, you got RoboCop, the Joker. Like it's amazing. And of course you got other Mortal Kombat characters like Scorpion and Sub-Zero and Sonya Blade, Cassie Cage, Johnny Cage, Jackie Briggs, Jax. You got Cetrion. You got who else? Oh yeah, you also got Smoke. Ermac. You got Shiva. You got Fujin. Like you got Geras, like etc. Like it's a pretty good Mortal Kombat 11 roster, and of course the classic towers and other stuff they got. The fatalities is pretty good. Friendship made its return. I thought the friendship was actually pretty funny. Story mode, the main one was okay, was decent. The Aftermath one was not all that great. Not a lot of people don't like that, but I still love this game. I thought Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate is really, really good. Alright, another fighting game that they made for NetherRealm Studios. We got Injustice Gods Among Us, the Ultimate Edition. I definitely recommend getting the Ultimate Edition, because this is the one that comes with all the DLCs. Of course, Injustice Gods Among Us Ultimate Edition has been made by NetherRealm Studios, the creators of Mortal Kombat. And of course, speaking of Mortal Kombat, we have one character who's DLC in this game, and that's Scorpion from Mortal Kombat joining the game. And of course, you got other characters like Batman and Superman, Catwoman, all that stuff, Superman, Batman, all these characters, like, those type of characters. You got the Flash as well. Like, it's pretty good. Gods Among Us is really good. Definitely recommend the Ultimate Edition, because it comes with all the DLC, and just like with Mortal Kombat series, the Injustice series has, they include all the DLC in a disc, which is a lot easier and better, and I love that. Alright, next game we got is the sequel. We got Injustice 2, the Legendary Edition. Definitely recommend getting the Legendary Edition, because the Legendary Edition comes with all the DLCs. It's really good. You got characters like Batman and Superman, the Flash, all these characters. And then you even got guest characters like the Mortal Kombat characters like Raiden and Sub-Zero joining the game. And you also got, I think, Lorenzo from the Teenage Mutant, one of the Ninja Turtles actually joined this game as well, which is really cool. A Ninja Turtle character joining Injustice 2, really amazing. I thought the game played well, decent roster. The story mode for both Injustice Gods Among Us and even Injustice 2, I thought they were okay as well. I thought it was pretty good. Alright, next game, another fighting game we got, and it's Soul Calibur 6. This is a really good game, because I love Soul Calibur 6, of course, made by Namco. Of course, Namco actually learned their mistakes after what happened with Soul Calibur 5. But with Soul Calibur 6, they learned from their mistakes. It's a pretty good roster, pretty good, you got like, Taki, Sophia, Yoshimitsu, and all these other Soul Calibur characters as well. Of course, Soul Calibur is a fighting game, but with battling with weapons. And of course, they even got DLCs as well, which I definitely got to get in the future. So Soul Calibur 6 is amazing. All right, so that's it for the fighting game. Now for the other games we got Final Fantasy 15. This is the one-day edition. Final Fantasy 15 is really, really good. I actually enjoy playing Final Fantasy 15. It's actually pretty fun. Of course, the main character, and again, you got Noctis Lucas Skylum. Of course, Noctis is a guest character in Tekken 7, which I gotta see if I can get that game in the future as well. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, Final Fantasy 15, I actually enjoy Final Fantasy 15. It's pretty good because, you know me, I'm a huge fan of these RPG games of Final Fantasy. It's really fun. Next, we got Grand Theft Auto 5. Of course, this is the Premium Online Edition. GTA 5, hey, what can I say about it? It's actually a pretty good game, you know, all the GTA series. It's actually a pretty fun game to play. You know, GTA 5 was amazing. It's been around since Generation 7, and then it went to Generation 8, and then Generation 9. Alright, next game we got is Red Dead Redemption 2. Another pretty good game as well. Red Dead Redemption 2, really fantastic game to play. Definitely recommend getting this because it's really, really good. Really fun. You know, the story and all that stuff as well is amazing. Characters and everything else. And the last game we got to round out the PlayStation 4 game collection is Rise of the Tomb Raider 20-year celebration. Rise of the Tomb Raider is, hey, it's the game on the PS4. This game is amazing. Like, it's really, really, really good. Like, you know, all these adventures and the characters, everything about it was amazing. Alright, everybody, I hope you all enjoy me showing you guys and girls the PlayStation 4 game collection as of January of 2024. That's going to be it for this video, so don't forget to like the video, share, subscribe, and post your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about my PlayStation 4 game collection. And also, before I end this video, there's a few things I want to say. Number one, no requests for WWE 2K18 and 2K23, and the reason why is because I need to unlock everything, the superstars, the arenas, and the championship belt. So no requests at this time for those two games because like I said, I need to unlock everything, and that's gonna take a while for me to unlock. But once I unlock all the stuff for 2K18 and 2K23 WWE, I'll let you all know when, you know, I'll let you all know, and probably give you updates when do I unlock everything from those two wrestling games. And another second thing before I end this video is that if there's any other PlayStation 4 games that you all want me to recommend getting, please let me know in the comments. So that's going to be it for the video. So this is Domingo Hero Network. All I can say is take care. Have a good day. Goodbye, everyone. Domingo Hero Network is signing out. Peace.